Hello, welcome to Springfield. I'm Frank Butterfield, Director of Landmarks Illinois' Springfield office. I'm here in front of the old state capitol, home to my office and the State Historic Preservation Office. This historic site is where Abraham Lincoln served in the state legislature and gave his House Divided speech. This past year, Landmarks Illinois answered calls and emails from nearly 100 communities and traveled over 7,000 miles throughout the state. We help people in cities like Rock Island, Moline, and Champaign-Urbana, and have been a key resource to towns with fewer than 1,000 people, like Bishop Hill, Elsa, and McCanda. Today, I'm going to share two short advocacy stories from this past year. The first centers on the historic downtown right here in Springfield. The past several years have seen the opening of Hair of the Dog Barbershop and the expansion of the coffee shop Custom Cup into an adjacent storefront, quadrupling its space. These businesses and many others set up shop in the historic downtown near Springfield establishments, like the Sangamo Club and J.P. Kelly's. Instead of building upon this investment, a plan to bring two universities downtown would mean these businesses would either close or relocate as their buildings would be demolished. Since the 1970s, Springfield has been home to a state university, now the University of Illinois Springfield, in the southeast part of the city, as well as the Southern Illinois University School of Medicine in the medical district just north of downtown. In late 2019, details emerged of a new proposal to create a significant downtown presence of both UIS and SIU School of Medicine using state funding. Behind the proposal was an economic development partnership of local governments and area business leaders. In short, the concept was to demolish 4 city blocks in the historic downtown to provide space for new university construction. The 4 blocks in question are conveniently situated between the Illinois State Capitol building and the old state capitol. They also overlap with the Downtown National Register Historic District and include 17 designated historic buildings. Several of the business owners within the area, realizing that their buildings, businesses, and livelihoods were in jeopardy, reached out to Landmarks Illinois for assistance. From the meetings that followed, a coalition formed: Landmarks Illinois, Stacy Fingston of AIA Illinois, Lisa Clemenstott of the Main Street organization Downtown Springfield Incorporated, and Scott Traylor of Downtown Springfield Heritage Foundation. We set out to make our argument to the public. In January, we published a letter in the daily and alt-weekly newspapers, as well as the Business Journal. We argued that planning efforts should prioritize repurposing historic buildings and converting vacant lots into new landmarks. We turned to the city's own planning documents, which provided a voice of authority to what most Springfield residents already knew. The walkability and historic character of downtown are assets. And block after block is pocked with parking lots, vacant lots, and more parking lots. Three years ago, Springfield demolished the local landmark and National Register listed YWCA building with the goal of redevelopment. And today, the 2.4-acre city-owned block remains vacant. To illustrate the problem clearly, we created a map of all parking lots and vacant lots within about a quarter mile of the proposed demolition area, shaded in yellow. With this graphic, the idea that Springfield needed to tear down existing buildings to make space for new ones did not withstand public scrutiny. We explained to both residents and city leaders that we welcome a multi-million-dollar investment in downtown, but Springfield has the space to accommodate new construction without demolishing existing assets. Noting the potential benefits of a university presence in downtown, our coalition offered resources to promote building reuse and new construction integrating into the existing neighborhood. In February, we began meeting with university leaders and Senator Andy Manar. We provided case studies, maps, and planning documents. AIA Illinois facilitated a design charrette by Canon Design, and local preservation architects created design concepts for building reuse and new construction. By March, UIS and SIU distanced themselves from the demolition concept and in public meetings stated their commitment to integrate into the downtown. While planning has been put on hold during the pandemic, our coalition secured a place at the table to protect the future of our vibrant, historic downtown. Downtown Springfield is where the community comes together, and the local businesses and historic buildings help make it special. Thankfully, during the pandemic, the coffee shop Custom Cup has remained open for pickup, and I'm eager to get back into the barbershop Hair of the Dog someday soon. Now, we're going to head north on Route 66 to downtown Bloomington. Late last summer, calls flooded into Landmarks, Illinois after State Farm announced plans to demolish its Art Deco office building in the heart of downtown Bloomington. Designed in 1929 by Archie Schaefer and Philip Hooton, the 162-foot-tall building is listed in the National Register of Historic Places as part of Bloomington's downtown historic district. The building served as State Farm's headquarters until the opening of a new campus in 1974, but workers for the insurance company occupied it until 2018, when the company announced its intention to sell the building. After a potential sale fell through, State Farm decided to demolish its former headquarters instead. Within days, we formed the Save Our State Farm Building Committee, a group of community leaders, business owners, and residents working to save the historic building. We made the case that before spending millions of dollars to create a vacant lot, the insurance company should consult the public and elected officials on other options. Basically, we called on State Farm to be a good neighbor. We highlighted the opportunity to improve economic activity, to protect the environment through reuse, and to reinvest in a historic and cultural landmark. To build public support, the committee partnered with the downtown event First Fridays on an interactive art experience. Working with local artists and a museum educator, visitors made prints based on the terracotta ornamentation of the State Farm building. Our message resonated. We reached a broad audience through the daily newspaper, the public radio station, the Illinois State University newspaper, and through Landmarks Illinois' emails and social media posts. The public campaign and press coverage caught the attention of Urban Equity Properties, a Rockford-based development firm focused on historic preservation. The firm bought the building in October and expects a new tenant to move in soon. The State Farm building is saved thanks to these good neighbors. Thank you for another fulfilling year of people throughout Illinois saving places for people. This work is only possible with the support of our members. Thank you.